Most people can spot someone with charisma instantly, but here's what will shock you. The traits they think they're seeing aren't actually what creates charisma. What we believe makes someone irresistible is completely backwards. I'm about to reveal 6 psychological secrets that create genuine magnetism. These aren't pickup artist tricks or fake confidence tactics. This is what Carl Jung discovered about human psychology that explains why some people are absolutely magnetic, while others are completely forgettable. Test this right now. Think of the most charismatic person you know. I guarantee they do most of these 6 things unconsciously. By the end of this video, you'll know all 6 secrets and how to activate them yourself. If you've ever wondered why some people just have that it factor while you feel invisible, hit subscribe. We're diving into psychology that changes everything. Secret 1 of 6. The authenticity paradox. Why trying kills your magnetism. Here's the first mind-bending secret. People who try hardest to be charismatic are the least charismatic. This is what Jung called the persona trap. When you perform instead of being authentic, quick test. Do you rehearse conversations in your head before social events? Do you try to think of impressive things to say? Yes, you're in the persona trap and it's killing your natural magnetism. Here's the psychological mechanism. When you're performing, you broadcast incongruence. Your words say confidence, but your energy screams desperation. People feel this disconnect immediately, and it repels them. Research consistently shows the same thing. Authenticity beats performance every time. The most charismatic people have stopped trying to impress and started being genuinely themselves. Red flag to watch for. If someone feels too polished or like they're always on, they're stuck in persona mode. Your unconscious picks this up as fake and you lose interest quickly. The authenticity secret? Charismatic people have made peace with their imperfections. They're not hiding their flaws, they're integrating them. This wholeness is magnetic because it gives others permission to be human too. Action step. For the next 24 hours, catch yourself every time you start performing. Instead of trying to be impressive, just be present. Notice how differently people respond to you. But here's where it gets really interesting. Secret 2 will completely change how you think about your dark side. Secret 2 of 6. Shadow integration. Your rejected parts are your charisma goldmine. Carl Jung discovered something that will blow your mind. The parts of yourself you're most ashamed of are often your hidden charisma superpowers. He called these rejected parts your shadow. Most people are walking around with massive energy tied up in hiding parts of themselves. Maybe you suppress your anger because you think nice people don't get angry. Maybe you hide your ambition because you think humble people don't want more. Suppression kills your magnetism. Test yourself. What quality do you most try to hide from others? Your anger, your sexuality, your selfishness, your vulnerability. That's probably your shadow goldmine. Here's the psychological mechanism. When you reject parts of yourself, you split your energy. You're using psychological power to maintain a false image instead of being whole. People sense this split as an authenticity. The most charismatic people have done shadow work. They've acknowledged their darker impulses and integrated them healthily. They might be kind and fierce, humble and ambitious, spiritual and sensual. This psychological completeness is irresistible. Most people are afraid of their shadow, which is exactly why integrating yours makes you magnetic. You become psychologically whole while others remain fragmented. Red flag. If someone seems too perfect or one-dimensional, they haven't done their shadow work. If someone triggers you emotionally, they're probably expressing a shadow quality you've rejected in yourself. Action step. Identify one quality you've been hiding and find a healthy way to express it this week. Watch how your energy shifts and how people respond differently. This integration creates what Jung called individuation, becoming whole. But Secret 3 reveals why being whole isn't enough. Secret 3 of 6. The projection game. How to become others' best version. Here's secret number 3 that will revolutionize your social interactions. Charisma isn't about you being impressive. It's about making others feel impressive about themselves. The most magnetic people are masters of positive projection. Jung identified projection as one of the most powerful forces in human psychology. People don't just see you as you are. They see you through the lens of how you make them feel about themselves. Quick test. After your last social interaction, did you walk away feeling energized and interesting, or drained and boring. The person you were with was either skilled or unskilled at creating positive projection. Here's the mechanism. When someone gives you complete attention, listens deeply, and responds with genuine fascination, your brain interprets this as evidence that you're valuable and interesting. These positive feelings get associated with that person. Most people have this backwards. They think charisma means being fascinating, so they try to impress with stories and achievements. But charismatic people are fascinated by others, and that fascination is magnetic. The projection secret: instead of trying to be the most interesting person in the room, make others feel like the most interesting person in the room. Ask questions nobody else asks. Listen not just to words, but to emotions. Create space for people to be seen. Red flag to watch for: people who constantly redirect conversations back to themselves, who listen only to respond, who seem more interested in their next story than your current one. They're charisma killers. Action step: in your next conversation, ask 3 questions that go deeper than surface level. Notice how the person lights up and how they start associating those good feelings with you. But here's where most people get stuck. They think this is enough. Secret 4 reveals the missing piece. Secret 4 of 6. Anima, Animus Integration, your magnetic wholeness. Jung discovered why some people are universally attractive, while others only appeal to certain types. The most charismatic people have integrated both their masculine and feminine psychological qualities, regardless of their gender. Most people overdevelop one side and suppress the other. Men suppress their anima, intuition, emotional intelligence, receptivity. Women suppress their animus, assertiveness, logic, direction. This imbalance limits your magnetic appeal. Test yourself. Are you more naturally logical or emotional, assertive or receptive, strong or gentle? Whatever you identify with more, you've probably suppressed the opposite qualities. Here's what integration looks like. Someone might be fierce in their boundaries, but gentle in their compassion. Logical in their thinking, but intuitive in their connections. Confident in their direction, but vulnerable about their struggles. The psychology. When you've developed both masculine and feminine qualities, you can meet anyone exactly where they are. You have emotional depth and clarity, strength and receptivity, purpose and flow. Research in leadership psychology shows that people with both sets of qualities are rated as more charismatic across all demographics. You become psychologically complete instead of one-dimensional. Red flag. People who are extremely one-dimensional, either overly aggressive or overly passive, purely logical or purely emotional. They haven't integrated their full psychological range. Action step: if you're naturally more logical, practice emotional intelligence this week. If you're more feeling-based, practice clear communication. If you're more assertive, practice receptivity. If you're more receptive, practice healthy boundaries. This integration creates magnetic complexity, but Secret 5 is about what people actually feel around you. Secret 5 of 6. Energy signature: what you're really broadcasting. Here's Secret 5 that most people never consider. Charisma isn't just about what you say or do. It's about your energy signature, the emotional atmosphere you create wherever you go. Jung understood that humans constantly transmit unconscious information. The most charismatic people have what I call a clean energy signature. They're not broadcasting emotional baggage that creates psychological static. Test this. Think about how you feel around different people. Some make you feel calmer, more alive, more confident. Others make you feel drained, anxious, or heavy. That's their energy signature affecting yours. Here's the science. Emotions are literally contagious. Your nervous system picks up on others' emotional states within seconds. When someone has unresolved trauma, chronic stress, or emotional reactivity, people sense it immediately as psychological heaviness. The most charismatic people have done their inner work. They've processed trauma, developed emotional regulation, and learned to maintain psychological equilibrium. This inner stability creates an energy signature that attracts rather than repels. Many people are carrying unresolved emotional baggage that damages their magnetism. They're transmitting anxiety, desperation, anger, or fear, and wondering why people don't want to be around them. Red flag. If you consistently feel drained after being with someone, if they seem to create drama wherever they go, if their presence feels heavy or chaotic, They have a contaminated energy signature. Action step. For the next week, check your energy before social interactions. If you're stressed, anxious, or reactive, take 5 minutes to reset. Your energy affects everyone around you. Your energy signature is your charismatic foundation. But Secret 6 is the ultimate game-changer. Secret 6 of 6. Presence mastery. How to fill a room by taking up less space. Here's the final secret that ties everything together. The most charismatic people don't try to dominate space. They inhabit it fully. There's a profound difference between taking up space and filling space with presence. Jung wrote about psychological presence, the ability to be completely here, completely now, without mental noise. When someone is truly present, they create a presence field that others are magnetically drawn to. Test yourself. In your last conversation, how much were you thinking about what to say next versus actually listening? How much were you somewhere else mentally versus being completely there? Here's what happens. Most people are never really present. They're replaying the past, planning the future, or lost in mental commentary. This creates psychological static that others feel as scattered, fragmented energy. But when someone is genuinely present, when they're not wishing they were anywhere else or trying to be anyone else, they create psychological space for others to be present too. This shared presence creates what people call chemistry. The presence paradox. The more you try to be somewhere else or someone else, the less charismatic you become. The more fully you inhabit this moment and your authentic self, the more magnetic you become. A Harvard study by Matthew Killingsworth found that people spend 47% of their waking hours thinking about something other than what they're doing. And this mind wandering typically makes them less happy. Those who stay present are perceived as significantly more charismatic and attractive. Red flag, people who seem physically there but psychologically elsewhere. Their eyes glaze over, they miss emotional cues, they ask questions you just answered, their presence deficient. Action step. In your next interaction, practice complete presence. Feel your feet on the ground, notice your breath, listen not just to words but to emotions behind them. Watch how the energy in the room shifts. Activation protocol. Turning secrets into reality. Oh, now you know all 6 secrets, but knowledge without application is just entertainment. The most charismatic people don't just understand these principles. They live them through daily practice. Your activation protocol. Week 1. Focus on authenticity. Stop performing, start being. Catch yourself every time you slip into trying to impress. Week 2. Shadow integration. Identify one rejected quality and find healthy ways to express it. Notice how your energy becomes more complete. Week 3. Projection mastery. Make others feel impressive about themselves. Ask deeper questions. Listen with fascination. Week 4. Anima, Animus Integration. Develop your underdeveloped psychological qualities. Balance your masculine and feminine energies. Week 5. Energy signature. Clean up your emotional baggage. Process trauma. Manage stress. Maintain psychological equilibrium. Week 6. Presence mastery. Practice being completely here, completely now, in every interaction. The compound effect. When you integrate all 6 secrets, you don't just become more charismatic. You become psychologically whole, emotionally intelligent, and genuinely magnetic. People want to be around you because being around you makes them feel better about themselves and life. But here's the most important part. This isn't about manipulation or getting something from others. True charisma serves everyone. When you're psychologically complete and present, you create space for others to be their best selves too. Conclusion: your magnetic transformation. We've uncovered the 6 psychological secrets that create irresistible charisma. These aren't surface-level tricks. They're deep psychological principles that Jung discovered about human magnetism. Secret 1. Authenticity over performance. Secret 2. Shadow integration for wholeness. Secret 3. Making others feel impressive. Secret 4. Masculine, feminine balance. Secret 5. Clean energy signatures. Secret 6. Complete presence. The most charismatic people aren't trying to be charismatic. They've done the inner work to become psychologically whole, emotionally intelligent, and completely present. This integration creates natural magnetism that serves everyone around them. Your transformation begins with a choice. The choice to stop hiding parts of yourself and start integrating them. To stop performing and start being. To stop trying to be impressive and start being interested. To stop taking up space and start filling it with presence. Here's your challenge. Pick one secret that resonated most deeply and practice it for the next 7 days. Then come back and tell us in the comments which secret had the biggest impact on your interactions. Which of these 6 secrets do you need to work on most? Comment the number below. Your insight might help someone else on their journey. And if this deep dive into charisma psychology has sparked something in you, share it with someone who needs to understand these truths. Remember, the world needs your authentic magnetism. Not a performance, not a persona, but the real you. Integrated, present, and whole. Your magnetic transformation starts with your next interaction.